Hello, and welcome back, or if this is your first time here, welcome. Today we'll be playing more Dread Delusion. We'll be heading to Hallowshire, which I'm sure is like the first bigger town we'll come across, and we'll be talking with a Jack Basalt to kind of figure out where we'll be going from here and seeing what else Dread Delusion has to offer, especially since, as I keep saying, but especially since they've added so much since 1.0. I'm just really excited about this game. I really am digging it so far. So let's get into it. All right. Make sure my hands are on the right place on the keyboard. Grab some Eye of Pagath. Talk to this fella. Oh my, what's all that commotion over yonder? I appear to be quite lost. I bought a map of these Honoric Isles back in Riova, but it seems to be decades out of date, he grumbles. That's the trouble with these fringe islands. Every few decades they floated into different positions. Take my advice, traveler. If you're looking to explore, make sure you find an accurate map. Do you know where I can find one? Well, I noticed that the Erudite Academy is flying over a Hallowshire, my bad, I've been messing that up. To the south of here. Can you see it up there in the sky? It travels all over the apostatic unions. So I've heard. Excuse me. I met one of their scholars in a red tent in the forest underneath Pwyll village, though I've seen them in other places too. Believe it or not, they're working on a map of the region right now, only it's not quite ready. Excuse me. Still, I'd try asking them. Worth a shot, eh? Nope. Not too worried about where he's going, but I'm assuming that's the academy he's talking about. That's probably Hallowshire. We're not going to go too far off the path just yet. Ah, yes, there we go. Okay. I swear I saw something over here. Oh, there's a dragon. I mean, that looks like a dragon, at least from here. Check out this building before we go to Hallowshire. Good God, yeah, that's a big fortress wall. Shoosh! The hell is that in there? Ah, I'm a fool. Wasted quite a few lockpicks, but whatever. Elixir of Restoration. Legendary elixir has long been used by Wiccan cults, but is banned in the apothecaries of the Apostatic Union for its use of illegal ingredients. Death's Veil. A legendary mushroom with potent alchemical potential. Good God, I can't read today. If a traveler becomes cursed in the underlands, their corpse may become host to this fungi. It is said the properties of this herb can change based on the personality of the deceased host. Interesting. But we're not in the underlands. What the heck? Where did this guy even come from? Or what are you even? Well, we're not in the Underlands, so I wonder why that guy was a Death's Veil. Never seen one of those before either. I've seen the Eye of Pagath for sure before. I feel like there's more coin over there, but whatever. Hmm. Sure is pretty down there. The youth looks at you with caution, wide eyes lodged in a gaunt face. Oh, a newcomer. Welcome to Pwyll Village. Okay, so we're not in Hallowshire yet. My name's Ludd. Were you, involved in all that commotion over at the old fort? I'm an Inquisition agent. He shivers and looks you up and down. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realize. You don't much look like one of those agents. You must be undercover, right? He whispers. Well, if it would help, I could tell you about our town? We're just a humble village, he swallows. Have you heard of Scryshroom? It's a mushroom that shows you the future. We grow it and sell it, only, things aren't going so well lately. People are worried. What's going wrong exactly? Well, the crop yield is bad. Each year we've been growing less Scryshroom. He scratches his head. Some people are getting worried. He looks around, then leans in closer. I've heard some people are considering the old ways. His eyes are practically bulging. You know, consorting with Wiccans and gods. So what? Well, we're part of the Apostatic Union, you see. Or see. So god worship is very illegal, he gulps. Anyway, the local waitmaster Kulwich has gotten pretty spooked by it all. He's weighing everyone who comes by, just to make sure they're not a Wiccan. But my mother, Olwyn, she's the mayor, by the way, okay, doesn't seem too bothered by it all. She's much too worried about something else. I heard her mumbling about some sort of monster lately. He blinks. Oh, I'm sorry. I do tend to waffle, don't I? Is there anything you'd like to know? I've got to get going, kid. Oh, of course. Bye. Don't need to learn too much, so... Wonder if there's a faster way down, because I can get a map down there, I'm pretty sure, if I'm that merchant or whoever is telling me the truth about a member in a red tent, a member of the academy in a red tent in or by the forest underneath Pwyll Village. From what I remember too, when I played in early access, I could have sworn that Hallowshire was just the next place. In fact, you had to actually cross a bridge first too, not like a little bridge like this, but a drawbridge. You needed a passport for it, so I guess that's gone too, and I'm now just realizing. In fact, will this tell me which... This way to the Sacred Shroom. This way to Pwyll Village, purveyor of the prophetic Scryshroom tea. Okay, so I'm gonna try and get the map. Whoa. I can't tell if that's just really, really big or if it's kind of close. I think it's just giant. Oh god. Maybe he wasn't hostile. If you weren't, I'm sorry. I need 5 might to break a wooden looking door compared to the 3 in the fortress for a metal looking door. Alright. Okay, kinda reminded me of Souls there a little bit. Not able to use lifts before you activate them. It also just happens to be the series I've played most that has similar elevator contraptions. Okay, what do we have here? Pwyll Village. The God War Fort. The above has been crossed out and someone has scrawled the esteemed Rotten Onion Mercenary Camp. The Sacred Shroom. Someone has scrawled fuck Anguine underneath it. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Holy heck. Silk thread. A sturdy silk produced by the ubiquitous silk slug. Can be used to upgrade a variety of clothing. Despite being soft to the touch, the thread is remarkably durable. Well, that's an adorable little fella. Right, well, there's a farmer. Wow, what a nice little home and bed. Stop right there. The man brandishes a particularly rusty sword in your direction. You're not ticking, are ye? No metallic limbs, leaky joints? Yes, I am in fact a clock. The man gasps. Ah, I knew it! These fiendish contraptions are getting more fanciful by the day. The man steps closer and prods you a few times with his finger. Allow him to continue. He prods you a few more times. Gah. Well, I'll admit, you don't seem like a mindless killing machine from that blasted Clockwork Kingdom. It's just, since the attacks, I've been pretty jumpy. Well, I've got to get going. He nods. Don't want to learn too much about the Clockwork Kingdom just yet. I know I definitely want to head there, though. Close. Close. Hard. Okay, I quit. Huh. Oh, yeah. Alright. Not friendly, not neutral. That's an enemy. I don't know what... I feel like neutral isn't the exact word I want. Not neutral. Docile? Something? Oh, I suck at lockpicking. I didn't pay attention. Nice. Should have used that before that. Damn it. I'm sure I'll be able to buy more somewhere. Damn it. Interesting. This must be the academy person. The scholar has one eye pressed to his looking glass. As you approach, he squints, takes a deep breath, and is suddenly still. Ah. Are you okay? Ew. As the scholar sneezes, he sprays a thick globule of mucus over his looking glass lens. He wipes his face and looks perturbed. Perturbed? These sniff bloody mushroom spores. Why did I have to be sent to Pwyll, of all places, to make this damned map? Can I get a copy? Look, I don't have time to pander to your every want. The chief cartographer needs this urgently. They turn to look at you, then pause, as if realizing something. Actually, you know what? Maybe you can have a copy, as long as you're willing to work for it. Excuse me. We're making a new kind of map. A magical map that tracks the shifting movements of these islands and corrects itself. The real work is with this cipher spell we're weaving together, but I need someone to go out and anchor the spell to specific landmarks. Take this cartography notebook. When you get to a landmark, equip it and use it to make a cipher chart. The map will show up in your journal. If you obtain a compass, you'll be able to see yourself on the map too. There are four scholars working on this map, including myself. Together we cover Hallowshire, the Endless Realm, the Clockwork Kingdom, and Pwyll. You should also visit my colleagues to see what landmarks they need. The most important region we need mapping is Hallowshire. I'll note those locations in your log, as I'm sure whoever marks them will be rewarded. Okay, so what do you need for this region? He sniffs, wipes his nose on his sleeve, then points to the towering fortress behind you. Well, the first one I was supposed to chart was the old God War fortress over there, called the Blinding Light, only I heard it's infested with pirates and smugglers, so I was going to wait until I felt better. He looks sheepish. Then there's another fortress to the southeast of the island, but he sniffs. Have you seen the huge creature that's floating above it? Yeah. No, that one will have to wait. And finally, there's the Sacred Shroom, as the locals call it, to the northwest, only that's the largest mushroom I've ever seen, so it would surely destroy my sinuses. Oh, wait. About these cipher charts. Yeah. Is there any reward? Well, you'll get access to the map itself, but I suppose we can throw in a few coins with each cipher chart too. And if you manage to map the Hallowshire region, I'd consider giving you a recommendation to the Erudite Academy. Can you see it flying up there in the sky? Being allowed access is a real privilege, believe me. Alright. Nice. The tent doesn't look very red. Well, maybe it does. Did it? I don't know. Maybe I just can't remember shit. Oh, damn it. Okay, that's fair. Where's the sacred shroom? All right. Ah. Interesting. Very interesting there. Oh, this is a little... Ah! At least it's nice and easy to run from an enemy. Ah. That has to be the sacred shroom, by the looks of it. Definitely the largest one I've seen so far. Good God. The heck? Come on. No, that's not what I want. Wonderful. Oosh. Damn it. Very nice. Well, shoot. Come on. Oh, shite. Damn it. Hmm. The hell is that sound? Oh my god, what the hell? Well, shite. They seem to have disappeared through the door. That first frog enemy. Damn it. I think there's only 2 triggers in that room at least. Do not like the insides of this mushroom very much, I tell you what. Shoosh. Oddest treasure, trinkets from a bygone age. Perhaps fetch a pretty penny if sold to those with a nostalgic type of mind. I don't know what the word was. Cast of mind, maybe? Ugh. Alright, well, I made it through. On to damn fine tea. Inquisitor Ignavius has asked you to obtain some scryshroom tea from the region of Pwyll. You head to an attempt to buy some. Been tasked with meeting Villa's former quartermaster. In Pwyll village, you met a young man called Lud who spoke of Pwyll's failing crops and how the village is being driven to illegal god worship. Wait, Master Colwich is trying to stop this, and you should speak to him. Excuse me. Well, I guess I should go to the town and talk to everybody. Advance my quests that I can. Wonder if I'll have to come back here and do something. Oh well, that's fine. May as well grab this coin. Nice. 10, not bad. We'll be rich in no time. Can't remember if I used the lockpick I got. Yes. Yes, I did. Damn it. Such a big creature. I don't know what they're called yet. I don't think I know what any of the creatures in this game are called yet, damn it. What's that status symbol mean? Your stamina is low, so you have become fatigued, which has reduced all your main attributes by 1. Okay. Oh, or use a stamina potion, so I don't just need to rest in a bed. Is there a secret? No. Ah. Alright, well, here we go. Interesting landmark. Sketch of a landmark. Yeah, okay. Ooh. Oh, so I guess save stations probably look like little gazebos scattered around. Ah. I was assuming maybe it was an elevator or something. The owner of this place won't let you pass this point. Okay. The man's eyes follow you with suspicion. His graying hair and weathered skin suggest he is older than most in the village, and a faded scar runs down his face. Nice. Colwich. You're new to town, I gather. Well, I'm the local Waymaster. Name's Colwich, and I'll have you know, before you engage in any business here in Pwyll, I'll be taking your weight. So without another word, please step on the scales. He gestures to the huge contraption behind him, thanking you kindly. Alright, I suppose. He nods. Go ahead, then. In Pwyll Village, you met Waymaster Colwich, who refused to speak with you until you were weighed on his enormous scales. You've weighed yourself, and so should probably report back to him. Alright. He studies the dials and symbols atop the machine and scratches various notes on some parchment. Interesting. Very interesting. Did I pass? The prime glyph says you're a criminal. He shoots you a stern glare. The lesser glyphs are harder to parse. Let's see now. Plenty of damning glyphs here. Seems like you were some sort of criminal ringleader. No wonder you were caught. But there's one more glyph. Inquisition agent? He looks up from his parchment, his face struck with puzzlement. Begging your pardon. At first glance I thought you might be one of those Darkstar mercenaries, running from the Inquisition raid. But you must have been fighting those scoundrels, eh? Yes, those crimes were just a cover story. He gives a quick Union salute. Apologies, friend. This humble Waymaster didn't mean to delay Inquisition business with his lowly bureaucracy. I've approved your visit to Pwyll. You won't get any trouble. He thinks a moment. But, say, in light of your profession, could lend this humble servant of the Apostatic Union a hand? There'd be an Apostatic Union passport in it for ye. You see, the Inquisition raid ain't the only reason we've been so eager to weigh people of late. There's also fears of bloody god worship among the townsfolk. After all we've been through, he looks distinctly peeved. Having some problems here. They need help tracking down god worshippers. He leans forward and speaks low. Aye. Folk have been afeared recently, you see. The soil's dying and harvests are down. Merchants want to buy our scryshroom more than ever, but we can't meet demand. So some have been flirting with the old ways. What makes the old ways so bad? He sighs. It's been 40 years since the God War. 40 years since the Apostatics told the Wiccans and their gods to go fuck themselves. 40 years since me and the lads drove a void spear through our own god's eye. That cruel, violent bastard of a god, Angwin. And in those 40 years, folk have forgotten how bad it was under that divine tyrant and his wicked lackeys. Sure, we had bountiful harvests and our purses were bulging, but our sons and daughters were taken from us and the soil was fertilized with their blood. Now our old god Angwin's been dead for long enough, but they say so long as people still believe, some part of a god can live on. So there's been murmuring of some folk trying to bring him back, and that's got the rest of us scared shitless. Trouble with a small town like this, we all know each other, and the guilty parties won't talk to me. But you're an outsider, and an Inquisition agent to boot. I need you to ask around and try and find any Wiccan sympathizers, so we can sort this out quiet-like, before the villagers start lopping each other's heads off in a frenzy. Find someone out, and I'll dispense you a Union passport that'll grant passage to Hallowshire. Alright, I'll see what I can do. He sighs in relief. You have my thanks, newcomer. Just, as soon as you find someone out of sorts, you let me know, you hear? Well, I'll be going. Hi. Until next time. Okay, so what? Who do I have to talk to? So probably a store master. A store master. I don't know what else to call him. The man sips his tea and studies you intently. New face, eh? If you've got business here, talk to Dwin at the counter. He's the proprietor of this business. I'm really only employed to make sure things go smoothly. You don't seem like the rest of the villagers. He betrays a thin smile. My, you're perceptive, eh? I'm a mercenary, you see. I fought with the Bion Serpents, the Lundel Blackguard, and even the Dark Stars for a time. And now, he sips his tea. I protect the business interests of this fine gentleman, nothing more. So please pay me no heed. That's Scryshroom tea you're drinking. He is quiet a moment and merely takes a sip. Indeed. Tell me, did old Dwin over there give you his speech about how he outsmarted his business rivals by drinking the stuff? No, I haven't talked to him. He smirks. Well, I'm sorry for spoiling the tale for you. The funny thing is, he doesn't touch the stuff. It's more of a sales tactic, you might say. Whenever he does drink Scryshroom tea, he tends to get rather emotional and, he grins, empties his bowels prematurely. You see, Scryshroom may be a popular drug, but that's all it is to most people. A party trick or a quick high. The truth is, most can't see the future from drinking it. The shroom has such a potent psychedelic effect, any premonitions are lost within the fantasy. But the premonitions are there. You just need a low dosage and a certain discerning eye. That's why, if you were to, say, reach for your blade right now, I'd have my knife at your throat before you knew it. He smiles warmly. Now, was there anything else? Nope. He smiles politely, but says nothing. So maybe I can buy some Scryshroom tea from this fella. Ah, welcome, welcome. Pull up a stool. If you're looking for Scryshroom, you've come to the right place. Well, sounds promising. He leans on the counter and thrusts a bulging eye in your direction. Do you know what Scryshroom does, newcomer? Yes. Then you'll have heard it shows you the future. But see, that puts some folk off, as they're scared of what they might see. I'm here to tell you it ain't like that. There ain't no cipher spell in the great library of Bion that can do what Scryshroom does. It plunges you into the river of time, so you can see the bends and the currents rushing towards you. Do you know how I grew this business? Not with luck, my friend. Oh no. I used the humble Scryshroom to outsmart my rivals, and now my company ships them to every corner of the Apostatic Union. So, what do you say? You buyin'? Well, you've convinced me, sure. That's what I like to hear. I've got a pot of Scryshroom tea on the brew, and we've also got a few other odds and ends if you're hankering for supplies. I've also a room to rent upstairs for 2 coin if you need some rest. Let's see. Alright, here's what we got. Compass. Get that, that'll be handy. A mug of Scryshroom tea, the curls of steam rising from it twisting into strange and suggestive patterns. Drinking this tea, brewed from Scryshrooms, boosts your lore for a time. Okay. Maybe I only need 1 for the Ignivious. Whoops. Here we go. Thanks there, fella. Do a little pilfering. Is this a way down? Or is it just the dock? I'm going to assume it's just the dock, considering it has an airship portrait, picture, whatever. You must purchase... Oh, must purchase an airship deed before you can upgrade it. Ooh, hot damn. Hello. The woman casts you an indifferent gaze. Greetings, traveler. Welcome to the... She yawns, then rubs her temples. The Pwyll port of the Winged Merchants Guild. I'm the local harbor master. Can I help you? How can I get my own airship? She smirks. What, you think we just hand them out to bright-eyed travelers? It takes a lot of coin to buy a sailing vessel, you know. Most Union merchants only have shares of the ships they use. Plus, even if you had a bulging coin purse under those... She vaguely gestures at your clothes. Fine garments you're wearing. These days you need a writ of permission from the Riovan Port Authority, and trust me, you're not going to find one of those lying around out here in the sticks. Okay, what does the guild do then? She takes a sharp intake of breath as if the question was a particularly confounding riddle. Well, we oversee the transfer of goods, impose tariffs, fucking bastards, check for contraband, that sort of thing. Pwyll is a pretty quiet place, so we don't get much traffic. Once a week, a merchant ship, usually a cog or a sloop, comes from Hallowtown with exports from the Union Heartlands. Maybe once in a while, we'll get a dhow from Al Asfara. And after we unload their goods, what do they want? Scry shroom. Always fucking scry shroom. I swear, if I have to winch one more crate of the stuff, well, farewell. So she does not like scry shroom. Or more so, shipping it so much, apparently. Okay, we'll check out that building soon. Oh, there's the drawbridge. So Hallowshire must be up over there. God damn it. So I guess we won't be getting to Hallowshire in this episode. Or in this part of the playthrough as I had thought we would, maybe. Well, one more building to check out, and that's probably to do with the mayor. That's my guess. Okay. Can't go anywhere in here. The woman sits with her eyes closed, a pained expression on her face. Various medallions and necklaces hang around her neck, suggesting she holds some important position here in Pwyll. She mutters under her breath, "Flames. Oh, the flames. We have to douse the flames. Is everything okay?" Ah! She looks at you with a frenzied intensity to her gaze. "What are you doing? You've got to get out of here. The Nautilob will burn you alive." "What are you talking about?" "Can't you see it? The monster rising above the flames? Oh, the horror, we have to..." She stops mid-sentence and blinks slowly. After a moment she says, "Nothing's on fire, is it?" "No." "Oh, how embarrassing. I'm terribly sorry. You caught me in the middle of a divination. My name is Olwyn, mayor of this humble village of Pwyll. How do you do?" "Did you say divination? Are we going to die?" She chuckles nervously. "Oh, by the Sky Realms, not at all. There's only a distinct possibility we will be burned alive. You see, I have found myself presented with quite the dilemma. It's really nothing to worry about, so please don't cause a fuss. I have the whole thing quite under control. I was merely indulging in a scry-shrew meditation to divine what manner of threat this giant monster could pose, and, it turns out it's really not much of a problem at all." She gulps. Probably about that giant monster, the onion gang, or whatever. "Oh, so it's not common knowledge?" She looks genuinely relieved. "I thought the whole town would be talking about it by now. You see, a small mercenary band has made certain, demands. No, I don't mean Vela's Darkstars. This lot are much less, accomplished, which makes it all the more puzzling how they've got their hands on a giant Nautilob." So that's what those creatures are. What is it exactly? She waves her hand dismissively. Just the Skyrim's mollusks that you find around these parts, easily recognizable by their shells, but I had absolutely no idea they could get this big. Those mercenary scoundrels are threatening me with their huge Nautilob. They claim they'll sack the town if I don't comply with their absurd demands. I really don't want to cause a panic in the town, so I'm at a loss at what to do. But if someone could sneak into their fortress to the southeast and ascertain whether this Nautilob thing has any weakness we could exploit, well, let's just say that person would find themselves firmly within my favor. See what I can do? She gives you a sly smile. Very well. Now, was there anything else? The Wiccan worship. God worship in Pwyll? Surely not. Most of the villagers who are old enough to remember actively relishing the death of their former god Angwin for all the horrible things he did. Okay, I met your son, Lud. Oh, yes, my darling boy. Was he just loitering around on the path again? I can never get that boy to pursue his studies, no matter how hard I try. She sighs, but I shouldn't be too hard on him. There aren't any other children his age in Pwyll, and my mayoral duties keep me so busy. Oh, that reminds me, it's nearly time for my invigorating intonations. Well, goodbye, you can see yourself out, yes? Always good to see a returning customer. What can I do for you? Have you heard the rumors of god worship? He frowns. Now look, that's a pretty nasty accusation to be thrown around willy-nilly. What exactly are you getting at, newcomer? I'm not accusing anyone. Damn right you're not accusing anyone. Because I'm old enough to have lost family to that bastard god, like plenty other folk round here. The thought of bringing him back sends a chill through my bones. He sighs heavily. It's true the business has been hurting lately. The soil's not what it was when I was a boy, and each year the yield gets leaner. But I'd sooner pack the whole thing in and be begging on the streets of Hallowshire than subject Pwyll to that tyrant god again. He lowers his voice to a hushed whisper. If there really are folk around here praying to Angwin, and I'm not saying there are, they'd be doing it under the cover of darkness, I'd wager. Only last night I saw someone lurking in the dark as I was packing up. Now, if someone were to rest until nightfall, they might be able to get a better look. But that'll be all I'll be saying on the matter, so don't be asking me again, you hear? Alright, peruse your services. Want to rent the room. Okay. Now what oh, that's a nice bed. I'm gonna assume that's night, the only really dark one. Neat. Oh boy. In the darkness and under such a thick hood, you can't make out the person's face. Get away from me, you hear? You shouldn't be here. Come any close and I swear you'll regret it. Am I supposed to attack them or just follow them? How about that? Nice little path behind Pwyll. Pwyll? I know I'm most likely saying everything wrong, but that's okay. Wonder how far we'll be going. Oh boy. Yeah, that doesn't look great. In Pwyll village, you found evidence of god worship deep in the caves under the town. Waymaster Culwish will surely want to hear of this. Okay, I guess they're not going to attack me. Oh. So that god-worshipping place is under that dead tree or mushroom. It's most likely a mushroom up in Pwyll. And while her son's there... Am I allowed to rest in here again? I am not. Okay, well, since we have to wait for daytime to go and talk to Colwyn, and before we go towards the Rotten Onions base or whatever, I'm just gonna call them the Rotten Onions, I think that's their name. Before we head there, we will go here, get the God Fortress recorded, talk to Ignivius, and then hopefully my teleportation spell will bring me back to Pwyll, and I'll continue the journey. What? Seems dumb. Have I not been this way before? Damn it. Okay. Here we go, damn it. Oops. Nice. I think that was all for around here, that I remember at least. No! I accidentally pressed R. Damn it. Alright, well this took us up into the fortress as well. Like the main part, so that's fine. Needs more repairing. Huh. Bella spent countless nights here, hunched at her desk by the light of a candle. While the rest of her crew slept, she would pore over sky charts and scour old tomes for shreds of arcane knowledge. Back then, when I was flesh and blood, I thought she was driven by a pure desire to carve out a better world. But in time, I came to think of her as little more than a frightened girl, trying to fix something broken inside herself. For there is a thorn in Bella's heart that she cannot remove. Sometimes its maddening scratch pushes her to greatness. Other times, it twists her into cruelty and barbarism. The ghost looks into your eyes. Listen, stranger. Whether you wish it or not, you will cross paths with Bella. I see it clear as day. But what will happen next is a tangle of infinite possibilities. A dark void that swallows any attempt at foresight. If you wish to understand the woman your fate is bound to, seek an old manor that drifts on the northeastern edge of Hallowshire. I will meet you there. Alright. There's no upgrading here. No, that's saving. Oops. Keep forgetting. Oh, so this is... I see, so it... Upgrade all the rooms up here. Well... Whatever, we'll do it. Neat. Well, it looks like it's kind of daytime now. Check out this ship. Why is that bar? How can I repair it though? Please tell me more. Alright. I'll obsess about that some more later. Here's Ignivius. Ignivius? Greetings, Confessor. Have you stopped in for a little chat? How delightful. About that tea, I got you some. Ah, Confessor, this is exactly what I was looking for. How thoughtful of you. He removes from his belt a tiny metal teapot. He slips some loose tea in the filter, and to your surprise, you notice it already contains boiling water. If you would be so kind as to wait a moment, Confessor, I really must let this brew. You wait for an uncomfortable few minutes in total silence while the Inquisitor stares at his miniature teapot. Finally, he seems satisfied. He pours the liquid into a cup and takes a sip. He frowns and is silent a moment. Confessor, this is... excuse me. Damn fine tea. He takes another sip. I've tried an extraordinary number of teas in my time, and this one is one of the best. My wife is going to love it. Please, take this and recompose. If that's what he said. Beads of sweat appear on the Inquisitor's forehead, and he seems to be staring at something only he can see. He mutters to himself, damn fine tea, indeed. You think it is probably best to leave him be. So I got another delusion. Attack and defense, lockpick and agility, Lauren spellcast, charm and barter. Go with lockpick because I failed that the most, and it seems like it'll have the most use in total so far. Out of most things. Let me just double check around here. I'm not sure how to get around to some of the other areas I need to go and explore that I haven't yet there. Let's see, back in town. Whatever, it's just 2 gold. You rent it again. We'll go to like midday, morning-ish. I love the fact that it's locked in the morning. Oh, I know I'm nice and safe. Alright, welcome back. What can old Kulwich do for you? Yeah. About the God Worshippers. He leans in. You heard anything? About these sacred shrooms. Well, you'll need to travel through the mushroom forest. You can't miss the shroom itself. It's probably the biggest mushroom you've ever seen. On account of it being used by the Wiccans in the past, there's doors and paths leading up around the shroom itself. The main doors will lead you through the central stem, but there might be a whole host of nasty monsters waiting to tear you a new one. So you might try looking for a way round the back. It'll probably be locked up tight, but you might have less of a fight on your hands. I found evidence of god worship. He leans close. Oh yeah? Tell me then, why don't you? There were occult instruments in the caverns below Pwyll. For a moment, he merely stares past you, lost in thought. This can only mean one thing. If someone's conducting rituals around Angwin's corpse, that means they're trying to reopen the blood contract. But buried in those clauses was a terrible cost. No less than human sacrifice. Here, take this key. It'll unlock the upper chamber in the sacred shroom to the west. There's no doubt in my mind. Someone's being taken to the sacred shroom to be metabolized. As per the contract's terms, you gotta go there and save them. Did you say metabolized? In the old days, there were sacred shrooms all over Pwyll. Each would spawn a whole forest of scry shrooms, but only if they'd recently metabolized a human. I ain't sure if the scry shrooms used part of the human body to achieve their effect, or whether it was all just part of Angwin's divine mockery, but I know the scry shrooms used to be more potent in the old days. Now, there's only one sacred shroom left, deep in the mushroom forest to the west. All the others shriveled up and died when we stopped feeding them flesh. I'll do my best. He said, I'm relying on you, you hear? Be real nice if there was an elevator down there. Oh, I wonder if it's the mayor's son. I don't think I saw him there. Alright. Let's see if it's still cleared out or not. In fact, I don't even have to check. I'll just take the lift up. More. The nauseating stench of bile engulfs the flesh chamber. Before you, a huge digestional tract pulsates and throbs with corrosive acid. It would seem as though this mushroom has organs. Blood writhes behind the digestive membrane, clearly in agony. When he sees you, he looks shocked. You! We need to get you out of there. No! A look of determination seizes Lud. If I don't do this, the village will perish. And if you cut me free, you'll be slicing into the mushroom's organs. You could kill it, but you'll die. Don't you think I know that? Everyone assumes I'm just some stupid kid. Just the mayor's idiot son. They don't take me seriously. But now I can show them I'm worth something. I can save the village all by myself. I found the old Wiccan contract rights, stashed in my mother's basement. I convinced Emire to help me set it up, but it was me who whispered to Angwin and felt his reply echo through my bones. The village isn't worth dying for, kid. Excuse me. Says who? Colwich is always talking of his war buddies who died to liberate Pwyll. But why is that any different from this? Just because we're not at war? Pwyll is dying, everyone says so. Since Angwin was killed, the soil's drying up. In another generation, there'll be nothing left. This is the only way to save the village. Enough of this. You slice through the membrane and a torrent of foul-smelling acids pours forth. Blood slides out of the muck, coughing and spluttering. You had no right, he shivers. The first thing I've done, truly by myself, and you've ruined it. You had no right. People care about you, kid. You can't throw your life away. I thought Mother would be proud. The boy shivers and says no more. Boy shivers and says nothing. Yeah, it seems a lot less lively in here now. Now that the sacred shroom is dead, we'll go back to Pwyll. Hey there, Calwyn. Ah, welcome back. What can old Colwich, Calwyn and Colwich? Visit the sacred shroom and discover what's going on. Was I right? Was there a sacrifice taking place? It was Lud. He tried to sacrifice himself, but I managed to talk him down. Colwich gasps. Oh, that foolish boy. The harvests ain't worth Angwin's blood price. Ain't I always taught him that? But looks like you stopped him, newcomer, and for that you have my sincerest thanks. It's not much, but just as I promised. Here, take this Union passport. It'll get you through the gate bridge to the south, leading to Hallowshire. Be careful down there, mind. If you think Pwyll's harvests are bad, you ain't seen nothing yet. Hallowshire's in the midst of an awful famine, and it seems the townsfolk and our poor Lud have had certain ideas in common. It's probably more god worship. Well, I think we'll end it there now. Took a lot longer than I had expected. But yeah, still at least we got some done, and next time we'll for sure be going to Hallowshire. Alrighty, thank you for watching. If you've watched all the way to the end, extra thank you for that. If you're enjoying the videos, maybe consider leaving a like and subscribing. And of course, if you didn't like them, leave a dislike and maybe some constructive criticism, just so I know if some things I can do better. Yeah, it took a lot longer than expected. Didn't get to Hallowshire like I was hoping. We'll have to wait till next time to talk to that Jack Basalt. I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll go deal with that Rotten Onion mercenary group, and then we'll head across that gate bridge, just kind of get as much as we can done over here, as far as I know at least. So we'll head to the Rotten Onions, turn in the good god, the maps that we've got, so we can maybe get a little reward from the Academy fella, and then we'll finally be getting to Hallowshire, and I'm sure that the game will open up a lot more then. And as we've learned too, for airships, we apparently need to go and get a rite of passage or a rite of permission so that we can actually own an airship and pilot one. But yeah, I guess we'll have to see what happens next episode, even though we have an idea. And thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode.